Hello again, it's me, Hadrian, and I've got another review. So I watched uh, Good Luck, Have Fun, Don't Die, and straight after, I was told that my house has its power cut and it won't be back on for 2 hours. So I thought, oh well, I might as well see another film. So I saw Scream 7, the seventh film in the long, winding, tedious series. It started off incredibly well. The first film, Scream 1, fantastic, awesome. And it spawned the parody of Scary Movie. And originally it was directed by the excellent, really good director, Wes Craven. Not every film he did was excellent, but when he hit hard. And the sequel was also very good. And then it was sort of, Scream 3 was just, yeah, Wes just sort of going through the motions. Scream 4, I don't remember anything about it. Scream 5, which was just called Scream, I don't remember anything about it. I think um, Dennis Quaid's son was in it. Randy Quaid, is that his name? I like him. He's good in The Boys, and he's good in that thing I watched. I don't remember. And then also you have Scream 6. And Scream 6 has a new protagonist, I think, but they sacked her because I think she said something about free Palestine, and obviously Hollywood doesn't like that because Hollywood is weird and full of paedophiles and people who don't want freedom and shit like that. So this film was meant to, Scream 7 was meant to come out last year. It didn't because they sacked this woman because she had views that was different to other people. And so they quickly crapped out a script, got Nev Campbell involved, and Nev Campbell did not want to be in the previous film, I don't think, because they weren't going to pay her very much. But obviously, her career is nothing now, and she's not in films now, so they probably paid her a little bit more, and now she's in this film, and she's okay in Scream 7. She's not bad. Um, it's just look at this. This is this little smoky stuff. It's from my little this thing. It's like a some sort of smoky perfume thing. Film. Um, and they brought back Matthew Lillard. Now, if you've seen the trailers, you'll see, oh, it's just a bog standard slasher film. And of this is as bog standard slasher film as you can. And I like slasher films. I can enjoy a bad slasher film along with all the good ones. And recently we've had some very good slasher films. We had Freaky, which was basically a Freaky Friday remake, but instead of switching bodies with their mom, this woman switched this girl switched bodies with Vince Vaughn, who was a serial killer in real life. And Vince Vaughn has killed quite a lot of people, including my own patients, by watching his fucking shit films. If you've seen Psycho, the remake, you would know that that also killed quite a lot of people's patients. So, Vince Vaughn, go yourself. Anyway, he was good in that film, and so is this lady. And there was another film out as well. I can't remember the name. It had that lady from Sabrina the Teenage Witch. What was it called? Oh, what the hell? I'm going to type in Sabrina Teenage Witch remake. I don't. What's her name? She's really good in things. Starring Kierman Kierman Shipka. Sorry if I got her name wrong. She was Totally Killer. That was on Amazon. That was a really good slasher horror film. Was it like a sort of Groundhog Day sort of thing? Was it? I can't remember. I think it's like some. It's been like 30 odd years since some murders of some teens, and then she accidentally time travels and stuff. It's a good film. It's a good film. And also there was two really good films called Happy Death Day. That was fantastic. It was like a Groundhog Day sort of serial killer thing. And then they did a sequel called Happy Death Day to You. That was really good. So those were really good. But they keep bringing back Scream. And Scream is good for a trilogy, but not as returning films. Each film that came out is just worse than the last one. And I don't remember any of the films from 3, 4, 5/Scream, whatever, 6. I don't remember anything about them. Screen 7. Um, they brought back Matthew Lillard. Yeah. And he FaceTimed Sydney, and Sydney's all, oh, you can't be Matthew Lillard because I saw you die, and and you're an actor in those two shit uh, Late Night with Freddie, or whatever it's called. What's it called? Fast Times with Freddie. Fast Five Nights at Freddy. I'm not good at this. And those are bad. And he's in this. I have to say, he is good in the films. He's fantastic, absolutely fantastic as Shaggy in Scooby Doo. And you know what? Those two Scooby Doo films by James Gunn, banging films, absolutely brilliant films. And he carried on voicing Shaggy in the cartoons. And I'm going to have some vodka because I'm on edge. Yeah. And he's in this, and it's like, what? It's clearly his appearance should have been a mystery. It should have been one of those things where at the end it turns out he'd come back from the dead and that. But in this, Sydney's all, he's AI. Oh, he's AI. And it's just fucking hell, man. Just, it's one of the most uninspiring, creatively bankrupt films I've seen in a long time. And this is a big Hollywood thing. It's not like a straight to streaming or straight to whatever slasher film. This is like a big money. Let's pay all the people and bring people back and slasher film. It's such a predictable goddamn film. There's this bit where Ghostface appears and he goes to kill Sydney and Sydney's daughter. And for some reason, Sydney, apparently she was 15 originally, and she marries this cop, and he lied about being 15 when he was actually 17, and he lied about her being his first. This is one of those films, and there's this bit in the cafe when there's this guy and he's weird. Oh, look at me, I'm weird. I like weird shit. I'm autistic and shit. And I'm in a coffee shop and I'm talking to Sydney. Sydney, I like your stuff because you're a crime. I like crime and shit. And the exposition with it between his mum and Sydney is just dog shit. His dad is toxic and a bad dad. And all this stuff that you'd never hear in a proper conversation, and these people are supposed to have known each other for a while, and it's like, it's there just for the film, and it's not even you don't even need it. You don't need this woman to say my husband was a shit dad and toxic, because it has nothing to do with the film. Absolutely nothing. She's a single mother. That's that. You don't need to explain anything. For God's sake, what the hell? Anyway, there's that crap. And it just goes on like this. And then there's this bit where Ghostface is killing Sydney, and, well, not killing, he's going to kill Sydney and the daughter. And you've seen the trailer. She goes in this safe wall and goes between the walls. I don't understand American homes. They seem to have like a crawl space between. I mean, American homes, they're made out of wood and stuff, whereas British homes, brick. We don't have crawl spaces. We have brick. You open your door, that's it. You see the other side. We don't have crawl spaces. We have an attic, and that's it. And that's that. We don't have crawl spaces. We have bricks, mortar, and windows are glass and wood. Very rarely is a house in Britain made out of wood, because we're not that stupid. We've had the Great Fire in London that burned down London. Fucking it. And Americans don't learn from this. You had the old fires. You had the fires from over a year ago in America, in Hollywood, and it killed our king. It killed the king of autism, one of the best directors of all time, David Lynch. It killed him because he had he couldn't he had problems with his breathing and he couldn't direct properly because he had to have this canister or something, so he had to do things remotely. Either way, America hasn't learned from building houses out of wood. Don't build houses out of wood, build it out of brick. What was I talking about? Scream 7. This is why. This is one of the things about my channel is I just go off on a tangent because it's my brain. It's smooth. It's got the old autism dripping in and dripping out, and I go on little tangents all over the way. Anyway, so you've seen the trailer. Sydney and her daughter. What's her daughter called? Tangent? No, it's not Tangent. I can't remember. She's named after one of Sydney's friends who was horrifically murdered. Because that's what you do. You call your daughter after one of your friends who was horrifically murdered. Because that's the same thing to do. You don't call the daughter after something nice. You call her after something that horrifically have happened to her. Anyway, this guy claiming to be Ghostface, blah blah blah. They escape out the house, and a car smacks into Ghostface, and who comes out of this car? Fucking Skeletor! Skeletor comes out of this car. And I'm like, oh my god, am I watching He-Man, the new He-Man film? Or as most people calling it Woke Man because they don't fucking understand what He-Man actually is? No, it's not. It's not Skeletor. It's Courtney Cox. She has so much shit done to her face. She looks like Skeletor now. She looks like Jared Leto, but without the makeup on. Courtney, please, sweetie, just age gracefully. And I say that to all women as well. Don't get your lips done. Don't do that. Just age gracefully. You're beautiful as you are. Don't have that shit done to you. And I hate that. Women have to, and men as well. There's this whole thing with men as well. They're getting their cheeks down to like structure and bone cheeks. They're looking like this. And you got that Laura Loomer as well. It looks like one of those Easter Island statues. Don't do that, women, please. You're beautiful as you are. I mean, you look better than this. If you look better than this, fucking win. Win. So, I don't know what else. I think one of Sydney's daughter's friends gets gutted and her intestines comes out. It's very boring. I don't. This is one thing I would say about myself when it comes to going to see a film is I respect the cinema experience. I respect the people around me, even though other people don't. I don't go on my phone. I don't talk. I don't do any shit. And I always make sure that when I go and see a film, I make sure I've had a shit and I make sure I piss out my cock so that my bladder and my bowels are empty. And that's it. I sit throughout the film, no matter how long it is. Like Avengers Endgame, I sat there. I need to pee. I need to poo. But I respect the cinema going experience. I do that stuff afterwards. Scream 7, I took a shit. I was so bored. I needed to break up the experience. I went out and I took a shit. And it was fantastic. I just sat there going, ah, diarrhea, diarrhea. And it was nice. It was nice. It was nice. It was really good. It broke up the experience. Anyway, I returned back to the piece of crap film, and more stuff's happened. AI. And I think I walked out. I respect. I don't just respect the cinema going experience, but I respect my own time. And this film was so bad, so boring, so uninspiring, so crap. And I went to Curry's and I went to look for a fridge freezer because I'm looking for a new place. This is why I'm doing all this YouTube stuff because I want to move out, get my own place, and hopefully get this membership advertisements done on this little channel like it is now. And I'm still filming in vertical. Why am I filming in vertical? Fuck me. It should be there. This is how it should be, like Dan Morrill. Anyway, don't see Scream 7. Don't see Scream 7. there's better films out there. There's a great film called I Swear. It's coming to Netflix for soon. I might do a review for it when it hits Netflix because it is such a brilliant, beautiful film about a Scottish guy who can't help what he says. And there's this great big discourse, and it's mainly Americans because Americans don't quite understand Tourette's. And the stuff they're saying is really ridiculous. Like, how would he know how to say the N word? He lives in Scotland. Fucking hell, are you stupid? Scottish people know the N word. Do you know why? Because Jamie Foxx, who is also shouting all this racist crap, who's also been accused of sexual assault, Jamie Foxx released a song with Kanye West a while ago called Gold Digger. And throughout the film, not the film, song, the Kanye West is going, she ain't with no any broke, no, the N word. She ain't with no broke N word. So the N word is throughout the song. And N words are throughout all songs. Have you seen a Quentin Tarantino film? N word, N word, N word, N word. Jamie Foxx, hypocrite, sexual assaulter, um, accused. He's not been, uh, a court hasn't said, hey, you are one. He's only accused. Okay. He was in a film called Django Unchained, and absolutely excellent film. His performance is fantastic. But the N word is left, right, centre. And he's okay with that because Quentin Tarantino had black stepdads. There's a brilliant Quentin Tarantino book. I can't remember. Was it called Cinema Paradiso or something? It's an excellent book. He also did an audio version that he voices himself and explains why he uses the N word. And his mum liked the African American person, which is fine. No one, you like what you like. I'm not saying anything about it, but what I am saying is saying Scottish people should not know the N word is fucking idiotic. Absolutely idiotic because the N word is thrown down our throat all over the place from Quentin Tarantino films, from regular films, all sorts of film, gangster rap, rap music itself. Oh my word. So many. So it's go and see. Well, you can't go and see. I swear, it's out of cinemas now because uh, you can rent it on YouTube. You can rent it on Amazon. I rented it. It was only £5 on YouTube. Highly recommend it. It's such a good film. I swear. It'll be on Netflix soon. So I do highly recommend you watching that on Netflix when it does come out in the next couple of weeks because it is such a brilliant film, and I like it especially because it speaks to me. The guy, there's this moment where he starts talking about he's like a caretaker at some sort of sports center, I think. I don't know. And his mentor, he's like, why are you doing the things I do? And he goes, well, I do rows of four and 4 rows of tens. If I don't do 4 rows of tens, then you might die. And that's not how the autistic brain works. It's like I do this sort of thing where I go derp, 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 derp. And if I don't do that, the world ends, the world dies. I have my volume on my TV has to be at an odd number and not five because five is a round number. I've got this whole thing like even number years, the worst things happened. So I thrive in odd number years. When it comes to a five number, like last year was 2025, I absolutely excelled. I did extremely well, but that's like it could be anyway, this way or the other. But I am actually learning that even number years could be very positive because good things are coming. Good things are very coming. I've got so much going on. That's why I'm doing all these videos and stuff. Anyway, that's my review of Scream 7. An absolutely crappy review of Scream 7. And like, comment, subscribe. Do a poo on the no, you don't do a poo on the table. What do you do instead? Just share my video. And if you want to say something, say something. I'm open to all kinds of criticism. I don't care what the criticism is. Just let me know. Let me know if you think something is wrong or something is bad, things I can do better. Um, these videos will gradually get better, a lot better. I've got when I get my new place, I'm gonna have a proper setup. Hopefully my audio won't be crap. It's fine on this because I'm filming on my phone. But it's been there. I've uploaded a Resident Evil video and the audio was just off. I need to not use. I've got these wireless earphones and they're fantastic to listen to music. Absolutely fantastic. Sound is clear as anything. But on my burps on my YouTube videos, no, they just cut out crap. So yeah, everything's going to be better, and I'll be doing more reviews. On Saturday, I'm going to see the film Hoppers with my daughter, and so it'll be me and my daughter doing a little review on Saturday. So hopefully we do that. I'm also going to be doing more reviews. Hopefully a part 2 of Resident Evil Requiem. Part 1 is uploading. Is it uploading now? Let's have a look. Yeah, it's live now. I've also got a review of a game called Leaf It Alone. It's not a review, it's just a little play, and I rage quit because I had to keep click, 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 click. Um, I've also uploaded a recent playthrough of American Gladiators on the Nintendo. I'm going to do some playthroughs of some Spectrum games. Um, I'm going to do a video based on Nintendo games that were ported to the NES that were also ported to the ZX81. Games like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles or Hero Turtles, as it's called on the ZX81. Contra, which is called Gyrus over here on the ZX81. Castlevania. I don't know if it's a Castlevania port on the ZX81. There is a really dreadful one with bad music on the Amiga and the Commodore 64. So yeah, look out for all that sort of stuff. And I'm going to be doing lots and lots of stuff. So thank you very much for watching and putting up with all these tangents and all that sort of stuff. But that's what I'm here for. And I'm hopefully going to do a lot better. And bye bye.